All right, let's combine these ions to make ionic compounds, and I'm just going to write the formulas out. So we should have watched a video or seen it in class. This is just to have with you when you're doing your correction or when you're doing the work at home. So we have lithium that has a charge of +1. We have fluoride that has a charge of -1. We want to remember that we need a net charge of 0. So +1 minus 1, mathematically that would give me 0, meaning one atom of each is fine to have that net charge of 0, meaning the ionic compound is now stable. So we're going to do the same thing. Barium has charge of 2, chloride has a charge of 1. That means that if I have one atom of barium, I have my charge of 2. But if I only have one atom of chloride, I really only have -1. I need to bring this to a -2 so that my net charge will become 0. That means I need to add a second atom of chloride. So that now will become -2. So because -1, total of -2. So that means I need to write out barium, I only need 1, and then chloride, I actually need 2. So the other way to do this is the shortcut that you would have seen by just crossing your charges that you see on the top, cross them over, and that will become your subscript. So for example, calcium, this charge is 3, so I cross it over, it becomes Ca3, and then nitrogen will have 2, and that works perfectly. They will balance each other out. We'll have a net charge of 0. And then I keep going this way. So this one has +2, -2. It's already balanced, so I just need one molecule of each to have my net charge of 0. And then potassium is +1, phosphoride is -3, so we'll have potassium at 3 because I just crossed it over. Then cross this one over, I'll have P1. And then beryllium and nitrogen, so that small little 2 crosses over, and then this 3 crosses over, and then we have 3. So it doesn't matter which way you do it, whether you use kind of like a write it out method or use mathematics, or if you just want a shortcut and cross it over, that works just as well. It should always work, especially for the ones that we're going to do here. So bore and phosphorus are already balanced. And then the last 2, so that's 1 because I crossed it over. And then this will have to be 2, so I'll need 2 atoms. And then these last 2, the same thing. They're already the exact net charge of 0 when I'm adding them together. So these are now all perfectly stable compounds.